everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back to Maniacal Reader. Today I am doing a spoiler-free review of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in a YA fantasy series, and each book in this series is loosely based off of a fairy tale retelling. The first book, though, is based off of Cinderella. This book follows a girl named Cinder, who is a 16-year-old cyborg who lives in this futuristic society in New Beijing. She works as a mechanic in New Beijing. Even though Cinder's a cyborg, she seems like a very relatable girl, although she does have a fake leg and a fake arm. And she also has the unique ability to tell if people are lying. Cinder lives with her evil stepmom and two stepsisters. One of the stepsisters is mean, and the other one is actually nice, and she likes Cinder. One day when Cinder is working in her mechanic's booth, she comes across this person named Prince Kai. Prince Kai is a prince in this world called the Eastern Commonwealth. Cinder knows of Kai, and she is really indifferent about him. She doesn't like him and she doesn't hate him. But when they meet, she realizes that her thoughts about him and her feelings about him may change. Kai has come into contact with Cinder because Kai needs her to fix his android, and because she's the best mechanic in New Beijing, Kai figures that she can fix it. There's also a plague that's affecting many of the people on Earth, and a lot of people are dying and getting sick. Someone close to Cinder catches this plague, and through the majority of the book, Cinder is trying to find a way to help her sister and to help find a cure for this plague disease. That's what this story is mostly about. There's also this war that's happening between the Eastern Commonwealth and Luna, which is like a planet on a moon in space. There's also this character named Queen Lavana, who is in charge of Luna and is mostly responsible for this war against the Earth. That's pretty much all I can tell you about the book without spoiling anything. I really loved the characters in this book. Even though Cinder is a cyborg, she's not like robotic or inhuman or anything like that. She's actually a very human, relatable girl who just happens to have to figure out how to handle these cyborg abilities. I didn't really like Cinder's stepmother. She was really mean to Cinder and didn't really care much about her at all. I also liked the character of Peony, Cinder's younger sister. She seemed really fun and outgoing, and she really liked Cinder, so she added a humorous element to this book. Peony has like a childhood crush on Kai. Cinder also has a best friend named Aiko, who's her android, and she added humorous elements to this book as well. And she has like a corrupted personality chip, which I thought was interesting. I didn't like Queen Lavana in this book. She's the evil antagonist in this book, and I really hated her a lot. She definitely added some dramatic things in this book as well. I also liked the character of Kai. He was mysterious to me at first because we don't really get to know a lot about him through this story, but he was nice to Cinder in this book, and I could definitely see a relationship developing between them later on in the series. Kai seems like an okay guy, and I would definitely want to know more about him as the series goes on. I found that the plot dragged at some points, but it was still definitely interesting. Loved the world building in this book. The world building was fantastic and on point, and it made up for some of the slow plot points in this book. The plot was interesting, but there wasn't a lot of action in this book. I also liked the writing style in this book. The author knows how to make each character distinct in terms of their own voice, and I really found that I related to a lot of the characters in this book because of the writing style. Cinder seemed really mature for her age, but she also seemed inexperienced in some things, so this was definitely reflected in the writing style, and I felt like I could really relate to Cinder's character that way. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. This first book was definitely a good introduction to the series, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the series. That's all for my thoughts on Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Comment down below and tell me what you think about this book. Do you like this series? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!